So, can you still afford to buy a home in this market? Today, I'm going to break down how to actually figure out your budget, even with our interest rates where they're at. So, first, let's talk about what actually affects your affordability. So, of course, your credit score is going to affect affordability. There are lenders who will work with you. So, it's definitely important to talk to a real estate agent to find out who the best lender might be for you. But there are lenders who will work with you on your affordability or on your credit score and give you tips, tricks on how to adjust your credit score and improve your credit score. I also work with different financial advisors who will do the same. Current income is another thing, of course, that is going to affect your affordability. Debt, car loans, and your student loans, that will affect affordability. And then, of course, today's interest rates, wherever they're at. So a simple rule of thumb, multiply your annual income by 3 to 5. So if you make 80K a year, that is roughly $240,000 to $320,000 in purchasing power, but it will vary based on your debts and the rates. So let's take a look here. I've got the MLS pulled up. I've got Worcester, Massachusetts plugged in. So let's see what you can afford in Worcester, Massachusetts. There are 99 single-family properties in Massachusetts listed today, or in Worcester listed today. So, and of course, varying prices. So you've got 349, 550, 499, 789, 750. I mean, they vary, obviously. So let's pull this one, 499, 900. So basically 500,000 in Worcester. 3 beds, 1 bath, 0.17 acres, 1382 square feet. So here's the home, cute little porch. You've got a yard. Kitchen looks good. You can move right into that kitchen. Obviously, imagine it without this furniture in here. These wood parquet floors remind me of New York City. Every single home that I sold in New York City had that flooring, I swear. Um, okay, so here's a home for 500,000 in Worcester. There's your basement. So what we will do is we're going to pull the mortgage calculator. So 499,900 is the price of the property. Let's say you're a first-time home buyer, you're putting 3.5% down. So that down payment is going to be $17,496.50. Down payment. So when you purchase a property, you are going to give 2 earnest money deposits before you get to the closing table. And those 2 deposits go towards your down payment. So if your down payment is 17,496, your first deposit is going to be due when your offer is accepted. Typically, that first deposit is $1,000. Your second deposit is going to be 3 to 5% of the purchase price, and that is due when the purchase and sale is signed. That is typically 2 weeks after your offer has been accepted. So with you as a first-time home buyer, you're putting 3.5% down. So sometimes my clients will do $1,000 for their first deposit when their offer is accepted. That is due. The second deposit, sometimes they'll just do the remainder of their down payment as the second deposit. And then when they get to the closing table, all they have to do is bring their closing costs to the closing table. Other times, we might do $1,000 for the first deposit, and then we might do like 2% or 3% for the second deposit. So typically 3% is what a seller wants to see. If you're any less than 3%, it's a little difficult. They're wondering if you're a strong buyer, if you're going to be able to make it to the closing table. So you really want to try to do at least 3% for your second earnest money deposit. So that is your down payment, 17,496. And that whatever you haven't given in your deposits during the process, you will bring the remainder of that to the closing table, and then you're going to bring your closing costs as well. So today's interest rates are at 6.72, so we'll just put 6.75 in here. And then 30-year loan term. And if you buy a home today, so today's June 29th, if you buy a home today, your first mortgage payment is not going to be due until August of 2025. So PMI, let's just say 500 a month. Taxes, that's filled in for whatever the taxes are for this particular property. Single family home with no condo or HOA fees. Insurance, this is going to vary based on, of course, your insurance provider. But okay, so recalculate the payment. So if you are buying a $500,000 home in Worcester, with these estimated insurance or interest and principal, or your PMI, taxes, insurance, with those estimated costs, your monthly payment would be around $4,158. And then this is an amortization schedule. So this breaks down all of your monthly payments and what your balance will be for the remainder of those. So all 30 years is broken down there. And that's something that you actually get at the closing table too, is this amortization schedule. But of course, I always suggest if you're able to, at the end of the year, give an extra payment towards your loan. So talk to your lender, ask exactly what phrasing they want, like please put this towards principal and interest, please put this towards, etc. So ask your lender, but at the end of every year, if you're able to do one extra payment, that'll definitely help you in the end to pay it off before the 30 years, if you plan on staying in that home for 30 years. So there's one property. If you are purchase price 500,000, your monthly payment's going to be around 4,100. Now, if you were to do, let's say, 5% down, your down payment will be closer to 25,000, and then your monthly payments will be 4,109. Let's say you're going to do 10% down, your down payment's going to be closer to 50,000 and your monthly payment's going to be 39.47. Oh, sorry, I should be deleting this because once you hit a certain, so 34. And if you were to do 20% down, your monthly payment will be closer to 100,000, but your your down payment will be closer to 100,000. Your monthly payment will be closer to 31.23. So, of course, however much you're putting down, once you put a certain percentage down, you don't need to pay principal, mortgage, interest anymore. And then, of course, your monthly payments are going to decrease the more you put down. So let's check out, let's do this one, which is 750,000, new construction, townhouse style home. So let's see. Is there an HOA for this? No. Okay. Well, let's see what this would be. So if your property price 750,000, we'll do first time home buyer again. So 3.5%. This is at interest rates at 6.75. First payment is August. We'll just do this. And again, these are estimated costs. So if you're buying a home for 750,000 with 3.5% down, your down payment is going to be 26,250. And then your monthly payment will be $5,277.56. So again, estimates, rough estimates, but this is the mortgage calculator on the MLS. Your lender might have another mortgage calculator that they could assist you with or show you. And then if you use websites like Bigger Pockets, if you're an investor, Bigger Pockets is a great website to use. They've got different calculators as well, but there are calculators online also. So if you're buying a property for 750,000 and doing 20% down, your down payment's 150,000, and then your monthly payment would be $3,974. So of course, down payment is going to be huge. If you can save as much as you can, obviously that's a good thing. And you always want to have a little nest egg as well. You don't want to put all of your savings into a down payment. You want to make sure that you have savings left after you buy a home. You never want to be in a situation where something could happen at home, an emergency could come up and you don't have any savings left. So please don't put yourself in that situation. If you have any questions, you're curious about what you can actually afford, what homes are available in your price range, let me know. I'm happy to send you a list of homes available in your price range and send you an affordability calculator as well and break things down for you or connect you with a lender that can help you do that as well. So any questions you have, shoot me a message. I'm happy to help out.